Look at you.
Oh my goodness.
Hey everybody, it's Norm from Tested, and I'm so excited today. I'm joined by Gordon Tarpley. Gordon,
Hey.
how are you doing?
Excellent, thank you.
Now, we've met a lot of builders, cosplayers over the years, and especially in the Star Wars universe, people build droids, astromechs, the R2 builders guys.
My
and
best
it's
pals.
through them that we met you, because you are one of the few builders of C-3PO.
Yeah, just a handful, I guess. So
Yeah, and you, among with other people, some other builders, build C-3PO costumes, and this is one of your C-3POs
Yes.
that you've made. When did this begin? And tell us the whole story.
Okay, so I started out. Basically, all the pieces on here come from different people. Most of the small detail pieces I 3D modeled and made myself. To get started, I found a supplier for the chest, the arms, and the legs. And that took almost a year to get once they were ordered. So while that was in the works, I ordered a head, which this is not that head. This is a totally different head. I actually did make this head. The one that I ordered previously was misshapen, had some issues, and then I bought a different one, and that one had some issues, and then I tried to fix them, and then it was better, but still not right. So the whole suit's like that. It's
Iterative.
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting better and better.
Constantly
And,
updating.
you know, unlike tell us about for example, the movie. You know, your obsession with the suit. Did they just have the one for Anthony Daniels?
No. Well, they have a mountain of parts at the archives so there's clearly enough to make probably maybe at least 10 suits, I'm imagining, based on just the piles of stuff that I've seen. There are definitely some differences between the movies. So for the different suits, there are specific things on A New Hope, for example. The hands are drastically different. The legs are very, very different. And there are some changes in the head internally where pieces meet that are different in the later movies, which is something I found out after I started
Making it yourself.
obsessing over these things. You start to realize all the details. Changes between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi with hands and some little minor details here and there. And now with The Force Awakens, there's massive changes because the entire suit's been basically redone. And from what I heard, it's been entirely 3D printed.
Let's go through the anatomy, for example.
Sure.
I mean, because you know all these details. You can see a picture of C-3PO and say, okay, that's from the movie, and that's from this movie, and that's like this suit, this part they used.
Sure.
So let's start from top to bottom. Let's start with the helmet.
All right, so with the helmet didn't change very much during the movies, and as far as the overall look, it didn't change very much at all. And the torso has pretty much been the same through all the movies, as well as the arms. There's some subtle detail things with the little greebly bits are subtle differences, nitpicky. If you get in there with calipers,
Right.
you could start to say, "Hey, this is."
Because they molded something from the original, and then
Yeah.
they cast it.
Oh, and
they
they've
rebuilt-
machined them, and so sometimes it's like use this one as reference, and it looks like they went in the shop because I've seen a few suits up close, and I had very, very carefully modeled some of these parts off of literally a picture of a strenuous suit with a ruler up to the piece,
And it
and it matches the one that I did, but then I see a suit on exhibit, and it's definitely different.
Wow.
So.
And C-3PO has greeblies. It's not something that people think about. They think of it
Tons.
as it's a lot. I mean, you have the neck pieces here, just small pieces, even the disc here.
Yeah.
Everything. Are you looking to source from like kind of how
I
where
have
they
been
found?
trying to find as many of them as I can, and it is very, 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 very difficult. I can't tell you how many hours of work I've messed up getting off on down that rabbit hole of looking for parts. But again, it's like this detail, for example, is the same one that's in the back of the head.
Oh.
I've been obsessing over that for 4 years now.
Disc? Wow, interesting. Okay. Now, you have this suit on a mannequin right now. That's how we're showing it to you guys.
Yeah.
But this is not, it's a suit.
It is
something
a suit.
you wear at conventions.
Yeah.
So, Gordon, we have to have you put this on because
All
building
right.
it and assembling it is only half of it. There's also the performance.
All right.
Are you ready to put this on?
Let's get in it.
Let's get in it.
I'm going to need your help, though.
All right.
All right, let's go. headgear. It should have a mat with belly wires on it, but it was very uncomfortably hot to wear it with the rubber mat.
The rubber mat.
Paint, and then some real wires. Now, these were shoes that I made in a last minute bind. And just make sure it's open. If you set it on the ground, I can slide my foot in. There we go, thank you. And have you pin this other one as well. So now we're this far along. So this goes on this way. Back piece here. Front piece. Now it's not gonna line up quite right. I've been trapped in this thing in the middle of the night by myself.
Oh my God.
Bro. So now the neck goes on. So we have the neck and the wires to this. Technically should tuck into the back here.
Okay, Gordon, about 10 minutes later, you are, let's say 80%?
80% sounds
the
good.
C-3PO. The fit looks great.
Why, thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. So you love this character and the performance is such a big part of it. It's a tight costume to fit into.
Yes, you have to be pretty slender to be able to wear it and not claustrophobic, which is probably the number one thing.
That's why we don't have the helmet on yet. And I know you don't. You've done this plenty of times.
Yeah.
But as we put it on, you started with you have a bodysuit.
Yep.
Right. And for that, you added some paint here.
Puffy paint wires for the elbows and the backs of the knees.
Mm-hmm. The stomach piece, the belly piece, actually has textured ribbing, which you're going to incorporate into your next build.
Yes.
This is for comfort, and then the torso, the pants pieces, the leg pieces, they all actually bind together with the pins.
Yes.
So you are locked in there.
In there, and I need a babysitter the entire time.
It's like a knight wearing armor.
That's actually, I think, why my fascination was so big with 3PO when I was a kid, because I was obsessed with armor. So
yeah. And it is robot armor.
It pretty much is.
And then some electronics. Like in the back, you actually have lights that go in the eyes. It's power from the back.
Yep.
As well as a microphone.
Yep. Microphone. There's an Acre amplifier. I think it's a 16 volt, and the speaker is right here. And I modeled this part with holes in it. So the movie one obviously doesn't have holes because they had no need for a speaker. So there are little holes hidden in here so that the sound will be nice and loud. My speaker's a little wonky right now, and I'm replacing it with
a different speaker.
Bluetooth,
wireless, keeping it simple.
Yep.
And then the last couple pieces we got to put on you, the head, the helmet, in addition to the arms. Now, why do you like putting the arms last?
I like to be able to help guide the face on because, again, the ears it's very, very fitted, and it's very easy for people to try to push it shut and crunch my ears. And just being able to help makes me feel a little better. Next version of the helmet actually is a hair bigger, and it might not be a problem anymore. So we'll see in 2 weeks.
Okay, well, let's get that helmet on and the arms on you and get you suited up, finally. Gordon, is that you?
I don't know what you mean.
This is amazing. It's really a transformation.
Well, thank you very much.
This is awesome. Now, when you put on the costume, and please don't leave character, really, do you become the character?
I don't know what you mean, the character.
He really is C-3PO.
Oh?
Okay, C-3PO, what are the mannerisms that you think most embody you?
Well, some say I'm rather fidgety, but I don't know. I believe that's just R2 speaking.
And let's get a look at you. You have your arms here. Your arms are mostly held up like that. Is that for comfort?
Partially, yes.
But you have a lot of freedom of movement?
Well, I can walk pretty well.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. How do you feel? Not claustrophobic at all?
Oh, I don't know what you mean.
That's incredible. Well, thank you so much for making an appearance.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And we'll hopefully see you in the future, this whole suit and future upgrades. Yes, looking forward to upgrades.
My goodness, very many upgrades.
Thank you, C-3PO. Thank you, Gordon, wherever he went. I'm Norm from Tested, and this has been an incredible, incredible presentation of
Oh, well,
this suit.
thank you again. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure to be here.
It's been my pleasure as well, and we'll see you guys next time.